When you walk through a quiet forest, you might hear the gentle rustle of leaves overhead, the distant call of a bird, or the soft hum of insects hidden in the undergrowth. Every step you take, the forest seems to respond in its own subtle way, whether it's the crunch of twigs underfoot or the whisper of your footsteps on the mossy ground. It all seems peaceful, almost silent. But if you pause and listen, you'll realize the quiet is actually full of hidden conversations and secret signals. The forest is not just a collection of trees, it's a living, breathing community, a vast family where news travels quickly and neighbors look out for one another. Trees don't have mouths or ears, but they're deeply connected in ways we're only beginning to understand. Their connections run deeper than what we see above ground. Scientists have discovered a secret world beneath our feet, where tree roots intertwine and fungi form vast underground networks, allowing trees to share information and resources. They communicate through a silent language of chemicals and electrical signals sent through this hidden network, often called the Wood Wide Web. Imagine the forest as a big family. Old trees look after the young, sending them nutrients and even warning them of danger. And when one tree is in trouble, perhaps damaged by a storm or attacked by pests, others nearby can respond, sending help through their underground connections. This isn't just kindness, it's a matter of survival. By working together, trees increase their chances of thriving in a sometimes harsh and unpredictable world. A healthy forest depends on cooperation, with every tree playing a role in the well-being of the whole ecosystem. A single tree is vulnerable to storms, droughts, and pests, but a connected community can withstand challenges that would overwhelm any one tree alone. Next time you stand beneath a great oak or pine, remember, the trees around you are active participants in a busy social world, constantly exchanging messages and support. They're communicating, sharing, and supporting one another in ways we're only starting to understand, forming a network as complex as any city. The forest is alive with a secret language, a constant exchange of information that keeps the whole community healthy. If we listen carefully, with patience and curiosity, we can begin to learn what the trees have been saying all along. It's a story of community, cooperation, and the deep, hidden life of the woods, a world that thrives on connection. The forest's silence is anything but empty. It's alive with meaning, waiting for us to listen and understand. How do trees talk when they're rooted in place? The answer lies beneath the soil. If you could look underground, you'd see a tangled web of roots mingling with their neighbors. But the real magic comes from their tiny partners, fungi. These fungi, called mycelium, form a vast network that connects almost every tree in the forest. Scientists call this partnership mycorrhiza, fungus root, a vital relationship in nature. Trees make sugar through photosynthesis and share it with the fungi. In return, the fungi use their fine threads to gather water and nutrients from the soil, delivering them directly to the trees. This partnership allows trees to access far more resources than they could alone. The mycelium acts like an underground internet, linking the forest together. Through this network, trees and fungi support each other, making the whole community stronger. It's a beautiful exchange that keeps the forest healthy. The secret to the forest's strength is hidden beneath our feet. This underground network of roots and fungi is called the Wood Wide Web. Like our internet, it sends resources and urgent messages, but instead of emails, it's nutrients and chemical signals. When a tree is attacked by insects, it releases warning chemicals into the network. Neighboring trees receive the message and prepare their defenses, making themselves less appealing to pests. The network also transmits electrical signals, allowing trees to react quickly to threats. It's a silent alarm system, always active beneath the soil. But the Wood Wide Web isn't just for warnings, it's also a marketplace. Trees in sunny spots can send extra sugar to those struggling in the shade. Water, nitrogen, and other nutrients are shared as well. This system ensures the whole forest community stays healthy, not just the lucky few. The Wood Wide Web is a living, breathing network of support. It's the secret to the forest's resilience. The forest thrives because it's connected. Picture a fir tree under attack by bark beetles. Tiny jaws gnaw at its bark, threatening its life. But the tree is not defenseless, nor is it isolated in its struggle. The tree doesn't fight alone. It sends out distress signals through the air and the Wood Wide Web, a vast underground network connecting trees and plants. Airborne gases drift on the breeze, alerting nearby trees to the danger. At the same time, chemical messages travel underground, carried by fungal threads to warn even distant neighbors. These signals are incredibly specific. A beetle attack has a different chemical signature than a drought or disease, allowing trees to tailor their responses. Neighboring trees respond by producing defensive chemicals, like sticky resins or bitter compounds, making themselves less attractive to the invaders, and sometimes even repelling them outright. This coordinated defense can stop an outbreak before it spreads, protecting not just one tree, but the entire community. Trees also warn each other about drought, sharing information about changing conditions. When one tree senses water stress, it signals others to conserve water by closing their leaf pores, helping the whole forest endure dry spells. Trees aren't just reacting to their own problems. They're listening to their neighbors and preparing together, creating a resilient network. This networked response helps the whole forest survive tough times, from insect invasions to droughts and disease. The forest's strength lies in its ability to communicate and cooperate, turning individual trees into a united force. Every tree is part of a larger safety net, woven together by roots and fungal threads. The wood wide web is the forest's lifeline, allowing trees to share resources, warnings, and support. In the woods, no tree stands alone. Each one is part of a living, breathing community, stronger together than apart. Forests aren't just places of competition, they're also full of generosity. Through the wood wide web, trees share water and food with those in need. Trees in sunny spots produce extra sugar and send it to sick or shaded neighbors. This support system helps injured trees recover and keeps young saplings alive in deep shade. Mother trees, the elders of the forest, feed their offspring through the network, nurturing the next generation. Sharing resources creates a fairer, more stable forest where many species can thrive. Without this generosity, only the fastest-growing trees would survive. Cooperation, not just competition, is what makes forests strong. The forest's success depends on sharing. Generosity is a survival strategy that's lasted millions of years. Some trees are the giants of the forest, old, large, and deeply connected. Scientists call them mother trees, the heart of the forest's social network. With vast root systems, they connect to hundreds of other trees, distributing resources and information. Mother trees nurture their own seedlings, giving them extra sugar and nutrients to help them grow. They also send warning signals to their offspring, helping them prepare for threats. Mother trees may even pass on knowledge about past challenges, building resilience in the next generation. When a mother tree dies, her absence opens space for her nurtured saplings to grow. Her legacy continues as her children race to fill the gap in the canopy. The forest family lives on through this cycle of support and renewal. Mother trees are the anchors of the forest community. Their wisdom and care shape the future of the woods. These discoveries aren't just theories. They've been proven in real forests, where the evidence is all around us if we know where to look. Dr. Suzanne Simard's groundbreaking research in Canada revealed that birch and fir trees actually share food through the wood wide web, a vast underground network of roots and fungi. In the bright summer months, birch trees use their access to sunlight to produce extra sugar, which they send to their shaded fir neighbors who can't make as much food on their own. Then, in spring and fall, when the birch trees lose their leaves and need help, the firs return the favor by sharing their own resources. This remarkable exchange shows that different species in a forest cooperate, not just compete for survival. In Germany, scientists found an ancient beech stump that had survived for centuries, even though it had no leaves of its own. It was kept alive by neighboring trees, which shared sugar through their roots. The network supports all its members, even those that seem useless or past their prime, showing a kind of loyalty rarely seen in nature. This loyalty and support stabilize the forest, helping it recover from storms, droughts, and disease, and keeping it healthy for generations. Trees help each other because they're all part of the same interconnected network, bound together beneath the soil. The forest's true strength comes from these deep social bonds, which allow it to thrive as a whole. Every tree, whether it's a young sapling or an ancient giant, plays a unique and important role in the community. The wood wide web is a living, breathing example of cooperation in action, connecting trees and fungi in a web of life. Forests thrive because their members work together, sharing resources and information in ways we're only beginning to understand. The hidden life of trees is a story of partnership, resilience, and mutual support. The forest is a true community, one where every member matters, and together they create a thriving living world. Knowing that forests are social communities changes how we should care for them. For years, forestry treated forests like tree farms, clearing diverse woods for single-species plantations. But this destroys the wood wide web, silencing the trees and making forests weak and vulnerable. Healthy forests are the lungs of the earth, storing carbon and fighting climate change. The underground networks hold enormous amounts of carbon in the soil. Protecting the forest's secret language helps protect our planet. We need to save old-growth forests and their ancient networks. When we harvest timber, we should do it gently, preserving the underground community. Diverse mixed forests are stronger and more resilient than monocultures. By working with nature's social structure, we create healthier forests for the future. The secret language of trees is vital for our world. Our actions must respect the wisdom of the woods. The Wood Wide Web invites us to see the world differently. A tree is not just wood, it's a member of a family, part of a society millions of years old. Forests are communities built on communication and support. Trees care for their young, warn their neighbors, and feed the old and sick. This knowledge deepens our connection to nature and inspires respect. Next time you walk in the woods, imagine the vast network beneath your feet. See the mother tree as the heart of the neighborhood, nurturing those around her. The forest is alive with quiet conversation. By learning to listen, we discover lessons about resilience and community. Strength comes from connection, not isolation. The trees have been talking for ages. Now it's our turn to listen.